What's up, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Phase 1 Clone Trooper from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. So I already have two of the 2020 all-white Phase 1 clones, so I just bought one of these, but just looking at this, especially the helmet alone, I like this one better. And of course, this comes in the Galaxy packaging. Star Wars The Black Series up top. Through the window, you can see the figure. Got his helmet, a DC-15A and DC-15 carbine. We have Star Wars Attack of the Clones and Phase 1 Clone Trooper. The front window wraps around on this side, and there's the side with the artwork, and that is an awesome looking picture. I really like that a lot. Got this red color for the Attack of the Clones line. Got a small window on the top, and on the bottom you got the barcode, lots of small print, and some logos. And there's the back of the box. You got the same picture that's on the side. You have a bio in 5 different languages. This trooper's number 5 in the Attack of the Clones line. Then you got some more tiny print down there. And the bio says, in the beginning phases of the Clone Wars, the introduction of white armored clone troopers in the Republic's Grand Army represented the future of galactic warfare. All right, I'm going to get the Phase 1 Clone Trooper open, and let's take a look at him. Okay, so I got the Phase 1 Clone Trooper out of the box, and I think he looks good. I think the face on this one in particular looks great. I think this is the best one I've gotten. I'm sure these vary from figure to figure, but I am very happy with this one. You know, it's the same head that we've been seeing, but this one, it just looks really good. I think it's the eyes look a little more lifelike compared to some of the other ones. But you know, the scars there, the lines up here are there. Same sculpt, same hair, but this one does not look bad. I will most likely keep the helmet on, but I'm happy with this. And speaking of helmets, here's a look at the helmet that he comes with, and I think this looks great. The visor looks good. The mouth grill in particular, I'm just loving this, how the black carries all the way down. Yeah, that's just nice. Now, sadly, they did not paint the little bit of black right there. That really should have been painted, but the paint in there is very clean. The black stripe looks good. That's what the sides look like. Got some gray there. And I'm always happy when they do the red back there on the back of the fin. That's just cool, and that's what the back looks like. So overall, I think it's a great looking helmet. And as far as putting this helmet on, it slides on nicely. Yeah, that looks good. That looks very good. And then from the neck down, it's just clone armor. It's all white. They did not paint the little bits there. You know, those really should have been painted. But overall, you know, this new body, it's a great sculpt. You know, this is an overlay. The shoulder pads are now on a ring. You know, the elbow pads work well. The knee pads are on the knee. You know, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this one because I've already reviewed several of this body already. But yeah, overall, it's a great looking trooper. I think proportionally, it looks fantastic. I'm happy. And if you want to compare it to the one that came out in 2021, I think I said 2020, but this one actually came out in 2021. They're close. Again, I think proportionally, this one looks a little better. The helmet's a little bit wider. And of course, they did extend the mouth grill down, whereas this one, they just stopped right there. That looks a little funny, but on both of them, you know, they did not paint the black there, and they didn't do the black on the chest. If I pull up this picture of a Phase 1 clone, so this is off of Wikipedia, you can see that this should be black, and the little things there on the chest, the two little lines, should be there. I don't know why they don't do that, because they did it on the Ahsoka clone. Right? It's black there, and then these are black. That's what it should look like. I don't know why they do what they do. But you know, both of them do look good. I think the 2023 body is far superior with the overlay and the shoulder bells. It just looks a little beefier. This one is a little skinny. And of course, the helmet on the new one, the V, the upside down V just makes it. It just looks so much more menacing. Now, the 2020 body isn't bad, okay? But I think just overall, the articulation on the newer one is much smoother. I think the joints in the arms, you know, the butterfly joints, the bicep swivel, the elbows, and even the knees, you know, it's got the floating knee pad. This one, it's just better. And as far as accessories for the Phase 1 clone, here's the DC-15 carbine. We've seen this weapon a lot. It's just like all the other ones, but it looks good. And here's the DC-15A, another rifle that we've seen many, many times. I've always loved this weapon. Now, I don't pose my clones too often with this weapon because it is very long. It does take up a little more shelf space, but I do like it a lot. And here's the Phase 1 clone standing at attention with this heavy blaster rifle, and I think this looks good. And like I've mentioned before, the elbow pad on this 2023 body does not get pinched as bad as it did on the 2020 body. It kind of gets recessed up inside this part of the armor, the bicep armor, and it's kind of protected. It does not get squashed, so I'm liking that. And there he is, just hanging out with this weapon. The wrist hinge works very well to tip this rifle down. It's a cool pose. And here he is firing from the hip in kind of a wide stance. I've mentioned this before. I think this 2023 body is very balanced. He stands up well with the feet this far apart. I think this looks good. And of course, with the floating knee pads, if you have him kneeling, the knee pads are actually on the knee. Now, I think having this trooper posed like this, firing this heavy blaster rifle from the shoulder, this looks amazing. I mean, the butt of the stock is right where it should be. The trigger finger is sitting right on the trigger. This hand looks natural. Everything about this pose just looks so natural. It looks menacing. Yeah, just awesome. Now, the 2020 body, yes, you can get it up to the shoulder. Now, getting it up to this pose isn't as fluid as this one. The articulation on this new body is so much smoother. I think the butterfly joints have a little bit greater range. The overlay on the armor, I think, kind of moves out of the way just a little bit. I don't know. It just looks so much better than this one. All right, so we know he poses quite well with the heavy blaster rifle. So here he is with the carbine just standing at attention. And here he is at a relaxed stance. Again, this wrist hinge works so well, tipping this blaster down. I think this looks nice. And there he is firing from the hip. Again, this wrist hinge is incredible. The elbows are great. Butterfly joints really get this arm back. I mean, this is fantastic. And of course, you can move the blaster a little more forward, tip the wrist hinge that way a little bit. That looks good. And of course, this body is so smooth. You can easily get that blaster all the way up there. Yeah, this is an incredible looking trooper. So I think for now, I'm just going to leave this one like this with the blaster up here at his chest. And I did not mention that he does have a trigger finger on the left side. I've talked about it in some other videos. So if you want to make these new clones left-handed, you can, and it works very well. I mean, this is nice that they did this. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool pose for now. So let's go stick him on the shelf and let's see how he looks there. And here we are, and I think he looks great. Oh, and this big spot here, that is for the Droideka, which is actually on the way at the time of this video. Looking forward to that one. But back to this one. So for now, I just stuck him next to the so-called Phase 1 Lieutenant. The helmet alone looks so much better and more menacing with those black lines extending off the mouth grill compared to the others. That is a vast improvement. I really like that a lot. But this is the Phase 1 section, okay? We just have him up front, and then the Lieutenant, a couple of all whites. I have the, Phase 1 ARC Trooper, which is essentially Fordo. And then I have the Commander, and then a couple of the Ahsoka clones there. So that's all the Phase 1s I have. The next shelf down is all Phase 2. But yeah, he looks nice on the shelf. Very, very happy with this trooper. So bottom line, I think this is an outstanding trooper. I mean, he's so poseable. This 2023 body is so good, so fluid, so smooth. I mean, you can get him in just some excellent firing poses with ease with these butterfly joints, the bicep swivel. The wrists are fantastic. The elbows are great. I mean, it's just a well-done figure. Now, I do wish they would have painted the black on the mouth there and on the chest. That would have been a nice touch. I don't know why they didn't do that. But overall, I think it looks great, and I'm happy that the head sculpt looks great on the one that I got. I'm very pleased with that, even though I will most likely keep the helmet on. I still think the face looks good. But yeah, top to bottom, great looking figure. But just like always, I would love to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of the Phase 1 Clone Trooper from Attack of the Clones. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, smack like and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to turn on notifications. I would certainly appreciate it. And something else I urge you to consider, and that is joining the channel. It is the 112th Battalion. It's only 99 cents a month. You'll get sneak peeks to upcoming videos, some custom emojis and loyalty badges, all those wonderful things. I would definitely appreciate that. But just like always, thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all next time.